George and Amal Clooney have long been celebrated as one of Hollywood's most graceful and influential power couples. With George's career spanning decades and Amal's global acclaim as a human rights lawyer, the two seemed invincible. Whether on the red carpet or at United Nations events, they often appeared to be a picture of poise, passion, and partnership. But now, behind the polished photos and public appearances, a storm has shaken the very foundation of their marriage. Amal Clooney recently gave a heartbreaking testimony that has sent shockwaves across both legal and entertainment circles. The world is asking, what did she reveal, and how could George Clooney, known for his charm and charisma, find himself at the center of such an emotional and scandalous situation? It began with whispers, quiet, cautious rumors that George Clooney was possibly getting too close to a young actress working on one of his film projects. At first, most people dismissed it. After all, George had worked with countless actresses throughout his career, and professionalism had always been his brand. But as the rumors gained traction and more credible sources began to speak out, the narrative started to shift. Photos began circulating of George sharing what appeared to be intimate moments, off-set dinners, private jet flights, and late-night encounters. Though none of the photos confirmed anything explicit, the timing and secrecy raised eyebrows. The alleged affair quickly moved from internet gossip to a legal concern when Amal Clooney, ever composed and measured, chose to address the matter in a setting no one expected, a courtroom. It wasn't a press conference, nor a social media post. Amal chose a testimony in the midst of a private legal proceeding related to her own work, one that George was tangentially connected to. What began as an unrelated deposition became a powerful, raw, and heartbreaking moment. Sources from within the courtroom described Amal's voice as steady, yet noticeably trembling. Her words weren't full of rage or public shaming. Instead, they carried the weight of disappointment, betrayal, and above all, vulnerability. She acknowledged that marriage, even among the most seemingly perfect couples, is often filled with moments the public doesn't see. She reportedly said, "Love isn't destroyed in one moment, it erodes, layer by layer, when trust is taken for granted. I never imagined I'd have to question the loyalty of the person I've built a life with." This deeply emotional statement left those present stunned. Amal didn't confirm every detail of the rumored affair, but what she shared was enough to strongly suggest that something had indeed shaken the very soul of her relationship with George Clooney. George, usually quick to dismiss tabloid chatter, has been notably quiet this time. Close friends of the actor say he's devastated, not just by the rumors but by Amal's pain. One source close to George said, "He never meant to hurt her." George's silence has led to even more speculation. Is this his way of confirming guilt without saying a word? Or is he simply trying to avoid a public back and forth that could damage Amal's already shaken image? Insiders suggest that George may soon release a formal statement. But as of now, he remains in the shadows, allowing Amal's words to take center stage. This isn't just another Hollywood scandal. What makes Amal's testimony so impactful is the grace and dignity with which she chose to handle such a personal crisis. Rather than feed the rumor mill, she shared her truth in a setting grounded in integrity and professionalism. It was as if she wanted to reclaim her narrative, not as a celebrity's wife, but as a woman who deserves honesty and respect. For many fans, this marks a shift in how we view celebrity relationships. We often assume that people like Amal and George, with their status and sophistication, are somehow immune to the emotional chaos that everyday couples face. But as Amal's words revealed, heartbreak knows no class, no income, no prestige. Will Amal and George part ways? Or is there still a thread of hope left in their once fairytale romance? That remains to be seen. While Amal hasn't filed for divorce, insiders believe the two are currently living separately and are taking time to reevaluate what their relationship means moving forward. Some believe that Amal's decision to speak publicly, even within a private testimony, was her way of drawing a line, one that George can no longer cross without consequences. Others argue that this could be a turning point, one that either sparks genuine healing or leads to a clean break. What is certain is this: Amal Clooney has reminded millions that strength doesn't always roar. Sometimes, it speaks softly through trembling lips and teary eyes, choosing truth over silence and dignity over damage control. As we wait to see what lies ahead for George and Amal Clooney, one thing remains clear: this story is about more than an alleged affair. It's about trust, power, love, and the courage to speak truth when silence is easier. Amal Clooney didn't cry out for sympathy, she simply spoke her truth, and in doing so, she moved the world. So, what do you think about Amal Clooney's heartbreaking testimony? Do you believe George deserves a second chance, or has the damage already been done? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And if you haven't yet, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications.